Hello and welcome to One Way, where we go one way usually, and that's west. Once again, we are starting at our 8,388,608 base, because yet again we did not have enough wood or trees in general to make enough boats to traverse the ocean. However, some land started to appear at the end of the previous episode, which, of course, was completely bare, and we got a sapling, so we need to put that away here. So, once again, we are... yeah, this works before. I knew one of them wouldn't work. Anyway, yeah, that doesn't work, so this one here. Yeah, this is the hard part, is getting back down. Anyway, one of these works, one of these works, one of these. So, yeah. This is done on a phone. You might hear clawing and scratching noises to make certain maneuvers happen. Otherwise, the phone is held at a wide stance to prevent that. But it comes... Okay, how about we had the boat. It comes at the cost of some precision, such as walking into trees, buildings, and pits of death. There we go. Board that one. How about the one that I want to board? The correct answer. Then we get into this one, for which we back it up. And I will not bore you with the trip, but this is pretty much how it goes to the point that we were at. So what I will do is, when we get close, or actually hit the point that we can continue on past where we were, or like I said, very close to it, I will come back and we will continue our extremely slow and what is now just a novelty of a video series, because this is... I'll be long dead before I could reach the striped farlands doing this, that's for sure. So, yeah, we'll come back in a little bit when we are yeah, mostly where we left off our adventure. Alright, an eternity later, we finally reached. It's time to place boats again. And we did see a small piece of land over there, which I'm sure we're not going to be able to reach. Place a boat. And suddenly we're pressing over here. Get that boat. We got it back. Alright, this is the direction we should be going in. As I place them sideways so we can traverse back and forth. And we are turning. That one went a little far. As you can see, this time we got more planks, so hopefully we can reach actual usable land. Oh, instead we're getting another Mushroom Island, which, for what we're looking for, is not helpful. And this was not placed correctly. Yeah, that one's good. But this can be a good thing. But, big but, I'm gonna have to go back to the mainland again, because the axe I have is barely a thing that renders useful anymore. And of course we cannot touch land once we've crossed 388,608, which we are a little ways from. And turn the boats around so we can traverse. We can go this way or this way. Whereas if we just leave them as they are, we can only go in that direction. And the boats behind us, extremely difficult to reach. Yeah, we're not terribly far away from useful crafting table that's over there somewhere. So yes, as I've mentioned before, this is pretty much a novelty video set now. It's just how far we can get before everybody gets sick of this thing. There's the crafting table we're aiming for, because it's right there and it's exposed way in the open. Although depending on the land, we might not have to really go back. Yeah, there was a long bit of let's straighten it out a little bit. Sometimes the boat gets put too far away, although not far enough that we can't reach it, because there was a moment in the beginning where I've had multiple, what looks like haphazardly placed random boats, was because something did get put too far away. And alright, now we can just zoom over to our crafting table and make some more boats. Fun times had by all. Anyway, we are pretty much there. Yep. Can we reach it from there? Good. And boat, 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 boat. It's just alright, so yep, back we go. And yes. Very tedious. And I pretty much knew that this whole idea was half-baked. Probably not going to go very well. Yep, this one. Can't seem to reach it apparently. And we're turning all of a sudden. So we're going to head back to that crafting table and make more boats. But this time, because it's a bit longer and more boat reorienting, I'm not going to bother you with that. So we're going to straighten this boat out 100% better than that. Alright, so we'll come back when we got the next set of boats ready for you. And we're back. It was a bit of a haul, so I didn't want to bore you with that. And let's see, how should I? Yeah, we'll try to aim more in that general direction if we can. Place a little far. Sometimes not a bad thing. And there we go. Don't quite hit. Boat. Will we have enough to reach mainland? Or do we have to or can we rely on another tall piece of this stuff, the kelp, that we can make a table and then just keep on going. Alright, I think we can rely on a tall piece of kelp, perhaps. Why can we not do that? Guess it was just a hair too far, I guess would be. Okay, no, we want this first. Then we want this. And we're going to see that we're not going to make enough boats, perhaps. Or we will. I might lose some wooden planks here. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. We lost some. Base. Place. Alright, out of boats again. Not exactly where I'd like to see. And inventory. Oh, we need to do this instead. Fun and excitement had by all. So I wonder how far we'll get before everyone will just get sick of us. That's pretty much what I'm thinking. And oh, we lost some more planks. This biome shouldn't be that big of a problem anymore outside of spiders. So all the others, the hissy boomies and the skeletons, are less than a block in size. In terms of their width and depth. So they too, when they spawn, will not be able to stay on terra firma. They will fall through the world and die. What I might do is, even though we are outside of spiders relatively safe, in fact there's one right there, I might just cut the camera and wait for daybreak. You know, I'll just reorient these boats. They're pointing in a direction that we can use. Yeah. Alright, and nothing nearby that I could place a crafting table on, so yeah, I'm just going to be reorienting boats. And we'll come back when, yeah, see, there was a monster there. I think it was a skeleton. Yep, there's a skeleton that formed there and fell. And a zombie and a creeper. Hey, maybe this is excitement on its own. Put it on the top to stretch it out a little bit. Yeah, nothing will live except for the spider. So yeah, I'm just going to reorient some of these boats. And we'll be back with some new boats. And oh, there went another creature. Let's not disembark the boats like we did in the last episode, which I didn't realize I did till I was standing on the boat, which I was lucky. So, yeah. We'll come back a little later. Alright, I got some issues over here. I got a decent pickaxe and an axe that's about to go, and my sword is crap. So not going to immediately put ourselves on dry land at the moment. And yeah, I didn't think of making a shovel at any given point. So that's going to make things even more complicated. I don't know if any stone will be mineable from where we are, but that's what we're going to try and do. Of course, we mine a lot faster if we're out of the boat, but if we get out of the boat, we'll fall through the world and die. Like those monsters you may have seen before we cut out this particular segment. And the reason we're doing this is we need stone. There's some stone there, but it won't be reachable. How about we break the block now? Now, because the current will not place, kind of need to place. Seriously. not going to place. Through the world that goes. Through the world that goes. Brake. Oh, we can place now. Wow, this is ultra annoying. Oh, is this ultra annoying? A boat is 2 blocks wide, and we can't fit a boat. We can't place a boat. This is super annoying. Okay, we see that the stone does reach a height where we can mine it and we can grab it. But right now, we're gonna have to at least get rid of this one. Or these. Seriously. Come on, need to work. Have to sacrifice another set. This may be a very long head back home stretch, which of course I will not put you through. How about this one, the one I'm pointing towards? Why are we not placing? Need to place, place, place. Well, let's just do this, see what happens. Place. Running water doesn't like that. Alright, so unfortunately we're still too far away. Yeah, we need to brake. That might be it, the running water. Are we close enough to grab now? Yes. But not that one. Brake. Well, we got 2. Can we turn these boats? Yes, we can. Alright, let's just grab the easy ones. That's not the one I was aiming for, but we'll take it. I'm not... That's not even the block I'm touching. Alright. Let's see if we grab this one. We did. Alright, we're pressing the button. So we are going... Yep, that's what we want actually. We're going to need another one of these. We're going to need one of them. This there for now. Going to need one of those for sure. That there. Still never made a shovel. There we go. How about the shovel? How about the shovel? Boat, 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 boat. Aiming for. I can imagine how much of a problem that's going to be when we it shouldn't be there. Now we'll just beat it at this point. Place. Not that far. Oh, that's not good. Oh, we can see there's a river up ahead. And that it's night. They said the only problem right now are spiders. Should have this here. Placing them a bit far. We might have an issue here. about the boat. Alright, I can board that boat. Now I am going to, yes, orient this boat. Alright. Now we're limited as to how many planks we can get. I'm over here. Why are we going for that one? Yes, we can. And I think these are just too far away. Yeah, those are just too far away. Yeah, we can break. Alright, so we are able to the boats, but we have to. Actually, let's use the old one. Alright, we get the idea here. Alright, we're gonna have to just go to that one. Take a little more. Junk. Not junk. Boat. That should. Yeah, we'll do that. Boom. Alright. I could if I want, but we're not going to. That's the important thing, is we're just making sure it does work. Plus, it's better to orient it anyway. That way we can actually alright, this way a little more. Oh yeah, no problem getting to that one. Well, those things aren't supposed to bother us. We are no, not what I wanted. Let's not get in the water though. There we go. Because I read that phantoms cannot detect you and can't harm you at this point. So it doesn't know what to make of things. Yeah, it's harmless. And I'm just going to position the boat. Just to try to make life somewhat a little easier. Now we want to go a little to the left because looks like we got a bit of a bit of a cliff over there, which not a good thing. Some more boats. Not exactly where I wanted that, but I guess it works. Yeah, how about some braking? That's better. That's where I wanted that. Actually, yeah, we could do that if we get it. Alright, so yes. Let's make some more torches in. Or add it just. Whatever. this one. And we broke that one. Can we, if we do 2x2s like this, can we reach the other boat? I could imagine we could. Yes, we can. Not the one I'm pressing for. Again, I'm literally touching the one on the right, and that's even the one that was highlighted. I wonder if it's because of the block precision. And we can brake. I wonder if that's pretty much the reason at this point. Alright, so I know that I can turn this around and be able to reach the boats behind, which is good. Am I getting any of these? Kinda need some at 11. Brake. Hey, we're in 8,390,000, or the 3890 kilometer block, as I generally go by. Brake. We'll just put a torch there, just so nothing happens during the night. Have to sacrifice these, unfortunately, because of the way things now work. We gotta make another shovel. Well, since you want to break these so bad, let's just do it. Break. That should be enough. Again, that should be enough. Doesn't have to be exact, it just needs to be able to make the rotation. Although this one needs to be pulled back a little bit. Was the crafting bench in there? Yeah, let's just make one here. You need a couple of shovels. Here and boats. Boat. All right, we can do that. Actually, that was pretty easy. Break. Too far. So apparently that was a very short-lived break. Very short-lived dark forest there. Alright, so we can reach that one, and we can reach this one. Although I want to, back down to this one. And that's probably... Oh, no, it's not going to go back into inventory because it's too small to go back into inventory. Alright, let's... Yeah, that's the way I normally have things arranged. I don't know if I'm getting those. Why are we... Alright, something isn't right. Okay, that is not where I put the boat. Board the boat. Alright, good. We know that we can board that. Okay, we need to be pointing in the direction we're going in. You can go away. That's a little far, but we've done worse than that. Brake. Brake. It really takes that long to break a leaf. Brake. So we need to put these over here. How about here? The spider can get us because it can't move this way. That tree is blocking it. Sun's coming up. We're going to need to face this way. Okay, we have 47 dirt blocks. Oh, what the? That was interesting. Whatever that was. Okay, let's go back up to the other boat because I swore I saw. Yeah. But there was a drop up ahead. And there's another problem. Yeah, let's just turn it. Oh, this is a big drop. Bridge the gap. Oh, the answer is no. So what we gotta do here how to get across this. We don't have a way across that. So we might have to undermine these how about what I would have wanted? Shovel. Oh, I can't do that. We're gonna go down, but let's turn this around. Yep, turn it. This is what we're going to do. We're going to bring the boat back. Actually, no, we won't. Yep, this. Alright, so we built ourselves a little track, which not what I was aiming for, but again, I guess it's just the one block precision thing. Yes, we can. Yeah, it's almost done for the episode. Alright, so this goes here, that can go there, that can go there. That can go away, fall through the world. And boat. Leave 3. Place. So this needs to go down, right? Yep, bring it. Might lose that one, and yeah, we do. And I'll just use it to break the leaf. What the heck not. Any chances of these landing for us? That would be good. So, next set of boats. That can go away now. How about the boat? Is that good enough? Might be too far. Yeah, we cannot reach that. Alright, so I guess we can reach this one. Now the question is... Oh, too far. Can we reach that one? Yes, we can. And of course, because of the precision error, they're unable to attack us. They may swoop down, but that's about the most they can do. Can we get it back? Nope, we wound up boarding. Nope, we don't get that one back. How about the dirt? We're looking for dirt. Pressing buttons. No. And that goes broke. We'll just hammer at this one. Yeah, break it. Alright, so this will be our end point for today. We're clear of spiders, so that's good. 8,390,142. Again, more of a novelty net at this point. Or anyway, yeah, it's a novelty. Georgia551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.